What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where I take all your questions that you have submitted to me and answer them right here on this show. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and today we got a huge show today. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of great things have happened over this weekend. And let's just go ahead and jump into the first question of the day. And the first question comes from a Harry White. And he writes, "Hey Alex, Avengers Endgame has now passed Titanic in the worldwide box office. And it's the first film to make $2 billion within 2 weeks. Do you think that this movie will be the first film to ever hit $3 billion? Well, thank you for your question, Harry. Avengers Endgame just keeps breaking all these records. Literally, this past week, Avengers Endgame has now passed Titanic, which was the second leading box office movie worldwide, making a whole lot of money. And it's crazy because this movie, like I said, is a phenomenon. I originally thought before I saw the movie that Lion King would make these numbers. I seriously doubt Lion King are going to make any of these numbers. So personally, I'm actually surprised that this is going the way it's going. But it's exciting to see that a comic book movie that represents us is doing the numbers that it's doing. I think this movie should be nominated for Best Picture because that's what it is. It's a Best Picture nomination. And not only that, this movie will pass Avatar. This movie, I believe, by the end of its run in theaters, will be the biggest movie in cinematic history of all time. And it will be a comic book movie. So I'm not surprised that it passed Titanic. I think it will hit $3 billion. And, like I said, it made $2 billion in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Let's see how this third week's going to go. I don't know, If it makes $3 billion this week, my God, this movie is going to be literally bigger than what people expect it to be. So, thank you for your question, Harry. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question of the day, which comes from a Donnie Lane. And he writes, "Hey Alex, the director of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie tweeted that he will make changes to the look of Sonic. Do you think it is appropriate for directors to change his vision because of the negative fan reaction to his vision of Sonic?" Well, thank you for your question, Donnie. As a director, we all have our visions of how we think characters should look. And, I directed 2 films. I starred in 2 films. I directed 3 films. And I starred in 2 of those films. And 2 of those films I was playing Static. And Static in those films didn't have dreads. But I still kept the same core elements of the character. I just didn't have dreads. So, for me, it was kind of like, I wanted to tell my vision of what I believe of that story. So I think as a director, as directors and artists, we have creative licenses to do whatever we want to do in regards to pursuing what we believe the character should be. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna lie. I was one of the ones who said, listen, the look of Sonic looks stupid. And I understand why he changed it. And this is gonna sound a little bit contradictory, but I'm kind of glad that he's making the changes. Only because, like I said, this is not the Sonic that we know and love. And people will ask me, well, what's the difference between you doing what you did with Static and him doing what he's doing with Sonic? And I said, well, for me, my films were fan films and they were online. They don't have any studio attention. But, if that director wanted to stick to the original design of Sonic as he portrayed it to be in his vision, then he has every right to do that. However, for me, I think that if you're going to do something that's heavily known by a lot of people, you're going to want to change his look and make him look authentically like Sonic. Static is not known by everybody. He's not. That's just being 100% honest. Only certain few people who've actually watched the show or watched Young Justice or read his comic books know who Static is. So, yeah, for me personally, I had a little bit more freedom to stick to what I wanted to view the character. However, with that being said, though, if I'm being 100% honest, if I got a chance to do Static cinematically, I would stick to the original source material because I know people who are fans of that character want to see what he looks like. So I agree that directors shouldn't have to listen to fans, but in this case, I think it's very vital because, like I said, this is a character that people have grown up on since the early 80s, early 90s, somewhere in that genre. And I've been playing Sonic since the Sega Genesis. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Thank you for your question, Donnie. I'm going to go into the next question of the day. And it comes from a Jackie Rendell. And she writes, "Hey Alex, recently Amy Pascal has left Sony. With her leaving, how will this affect SpiderMan at Sony?" Okay, so for those who don't know, Amy Pascal, or one second, thank you for your question, Jackie. Amy Pascal left Sony. Well, she didn't necessarily leave Sony. Her contract with Sony was done. And she had a big hand in producing all the Spider-Man films that have come out, like from the Tobey Maguire stuff, the Andrew Garfield stuff, our recent Spider-Man, and even Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So she's been a heavily involved person in the Spider-Man universe. Lately, I will say this, Amy Pascal has a reputation in this industry where a lot of people do like her and what she's done, and a lot of people don't like her. So, you know, her leaving, I don't think it's going to really change the outlook and outcome of Spider-Man. We also have to keep in mind Spider-Man is at Sony. So what that means is that whatever they choose to do with that character, they have the license and the rights to do whatever it is with that particular character. So her leaving, I don't think is really going to change much. And I don't think Marvel's going to obtain the rights of Spider-Man anytime soon unless Sony goes bankrupt in their movie division. So unless something drastic like that happens, then I don't know. But her leaving is not necessarily going to change much with Spider-Man. So I want to thank you for your question, Jackie. And now I come to the final question of the day, which comes from a Mr. Brandon Jackson. And he writes, "Hey Alex, what are the chances that we will see Ash, Misty, or Brock in Detective Pikachu?" Well, thank you for your question, Brandon. Okay, so for me, I've stated on this show that I am not necessarily interested in seeing this movie. I probably won't go see this movie. I don't know. It's just not really grasping me. Because I don't like the way that they're going about doing a Detective Pikachu movie. However, I will say that the chances of us seeing Ash, Misty, or Brock are very slim. I don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll see them in this movie. They may be referenced, you know, since this is a Pokemon universe, they may be referenced, but I don't think we'll see Ash and Misty and Brock in a live action Pokemon film anytime soon. I think that we'll probably see like a poster of Ash winning a championship, and we'll probably see Misty at her gym, but I don't believe that we will actually see a legitimate version of those characters in this movie. I feel as though they should have went with the original core characters of Pokemon, but I get it, they wanted to try something different. So I understand those narratives. However, for me, I'm just like, listen, I don't think that they will be showing up in this particular movie. So I think the chances are very small, and I don't think it would be a good business move to incorporate them as of right now, given the fact that they're launching this particular universe with these new cast of characters along with the Pokemon. So thank you for your question, Brandon. And that's it. That's my show today. And I have a little bit of announcements before I go to my closing thoughts. Ask Alex will premiere 2 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. And Hero TV will come out every Friday. So I wanted to make that little brief announcement. Hero TV will air back on Friday, this upcoming Friday. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Momentum Media. We're doing a whole lot of different things here. And also, if you haven't already, go to my Patreon page and be a patron and be a supporter of what we're doing here at Momentum Media. Thank you guys for watching this video, and you guys have a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page to get more exclusive content coming from my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch my previous videos, go ahead and click on this video up here or this video down here, where you get to see more exclusive content coming from my channel. Thank you guys for watching this video, and you guys have a blessed day.